Welcome to Hardcore Garage. I am finally getting to do the interior of the truck bed couch that's in the game room. I've got all the wood pieces cut, and I bought some foam and some white vinyl yesterday from the fabric shop that is here local in town, Joanne Fabrics. And I'm going to try to put that thing together today. I'm just kind of going with a traditional build, if you want to call it that way. Back in the day, people would basically just carpet the front wall. They would make a section for the tailgate, and they would V two side pieces that would, kind of almost like form a diamond shape, I guess, if you want to call it. I mean, if you pretty much room for one person, maybe two people to be cozy in the bed of a truck that was slowly shoving you into the middle. Kind of using that simple idea. There's no fender wells or anything on this, so we just basically have a flat piece, a curved front section, which would be for your back, but your back never goes back that far, and then just two side pieces. So I'm going to let you see how I did it. It's just basic plywood and foam and, like I said, power stapler. So here we go. This is my bottom section here, and I've drawn a line right there. If you can see it, that is where the back comes up from there. And so there's not much of a slope. I'm trying to keep as much area here as I can. You know, I have all my little toys that I leave inside there and stuff. And then I added these little L brackets. They're screwed onto the bottom. And what that does is keeps the side piece here from just kicking off. You know, if you think about how an S10 is, you got that little pocket. That's the little pocket right here that goes back inside, and you know your side pieces are dropping straight down right here. You'll see it when I get it all together. All right, the first thing I did was cut the foam down. This is going to be the actual base, the floor. I'm going to have to pull these pieces back off. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover this whole thing with the white vinyl. Then I'll put these pieces back on. I'm going to staple it right down here, and what this is going to do, I think I'm going to have to put another piece of wood, like right through here, so the back will slide right into that slot and kind of keep it in there. So that's where we're at so far. I think I'm going to use some spray foam adhesive to see if that will hold that foam to the wood. I don't have any spray glue right now, or if I do, I don't know where it's at, so I'm going to use this stuff here that I use for putting the foam on the walls and see what happens. How much is in here. Or if it'll even work. We're about to see though. Never seen spray foam used as glue, huh? Oh, hell. Just got it on there a little bit. It's hard to get off the freaking skin under that, boys and girls. I just need something to hold it. Be able to glue the other pieces in here. I think I'm kind of holding all that way. There we go. I'm going to lay something on there and let it sit for a little while just to make sure it dries good. That ought to work. One thing I'm discovering is that I'm not very good at certain things when I'm doing these projects, like upholstery. This guy sucks at upholstery. Let me flip the camera in here and show you what I got so far. And I keep screwing up. You know, I start trying to film the projects, I get frustrated because I'm not very good at whatever it is that I'm doing. Throw the, stuff off to the side. I go back and I make some progress and forget to film it. But story of my life. Here's what we got so far. And I've made it work. What happened was the material should have been about 2 inches longer. And I'm very poor at planning, if you haven't noticed some of that stuff before. Let me fold this around here and show you what I did. Here's the back side of it, where it stretched pretty decent on the back. I added some foam in there for you guys. I think I showed you that part. But then when I came to these ends, it's not real pretty, but I had to make this extra little piece here. If you can see, I cut a little strip to almost be like a washer, because I couldn't get this to stretch over enough to double it up. And some of this stuff here, like this is all just single layer. I was able to hem on this side and it holds a lot better. I just cannot get the exact right pressure that I need on the air compressor. They're either driving them in too far or not driving them in far enough. So that's where we are. It doesn't look bad for what I've got going on so far. Got to make the side pieces, which that was another debacle. I went to putting them together and stapled clear through because the wood isn't the same thickness as this top and bottom piece. I think I've got it about where I want it now. I am going to make a tonneau cover to go over top of all that eventually. But this thing has just been unfinished for so long. It needed to be done. So here we are. Hope you are enjoying it so far. Well, I got the side pieces in and kept on rolling with it. Starting to organize my trucking magazine collection. Then we can move on to some of the other magazines. Anyway, can't see it very well when it's hidden like this. Let's move at least one of these out of the way so you can see the side panel there, how it did tuck in behind. And if you remember, the L bracket on the back side keeps it from washing out on the bottom. Not perfect, but good enough for what we were doing here. And yeah, I still need to make the tailgate piece. That'll come eventually. Still closes up nice and neat. And I think everything is still below the lip. So when I work on the tonneau, we should be good. Maybe some modifications to that L bracket up front. But we'll see. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Thanks for following along. Share, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Keep on trucking.